Hi, my name is Rich Weitengruber. I'm doing a series of videos on Medicare and turning 65, things that you should know. So the first thing I'm going to have you do is take a look at this, and then we'll talk about it.
Hi, I'm Angela James at the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, and I'd like to tell you about Medicare enrollment periods. Some people get Medicare automatically, and that means they don't have to do anything to sign up for it. If you're already getting benefits from Social Security or the Railroad Retirement Board, you will automatically get Medicare Part A and Part B starting the first day of the month that you turn 65. If you're under 65 and disabled, you'll automatically get Part A and Part B after you get disability benefits from Social Security for 24 months. If you're automatically enrolled, you'll get your red, white, and blue Medicare card in the mail 3 months before your 65th birthday or the 25th month of disability benefits. Now, if you don't get Medicare automatically, there are certain times throughout the year that you can sign up. First, there's the initial enrollment period. You can sign up for Medicare during the 7-month period that begins 3 months before the month that you turn 65, includes the month you turn 65, and ends 3 months after the month you turn 65. So for example, let's say that you turn 65 in May. Your initial enrollment period would run from February through August. If you enroll anytime in February, March, or April, your Medicare coverage will start on May 1st. If you enroll anytime in May, June, July, or August, your coverage will start on the first day of the following month. Now, if you don't sign up for Medicare during your initial enrollment period, and you aren't eligible for a special enrollment period, which I'll explain in a minute, you can sign up during the general enrollment period, and that's between January 1st through March 31st each year. Your coverage will start on July 1st of that year, and you may have to pay a higher Part A or Part B premium for late enrollment. Once your initial enrollment period ends, you may have the chance to enroll during a special enrollment period. In most cases, you get a special enrollment period if you didn't sign up for Medicare when you were first eligible because you were covered under a group health plan based on current employment. The current employment could be yours, or it could be from a spouse or a family member if you're disabled. A special enrollment period means that you can sign up for Medicare anytime you're still covered by the group health plan, or during the 8-month period that begins the month after the employment ends or the coverage ends, whichever happens first. Usually, you don't pay a late enrollment penalty if you sign up during a special enrollment period. So here's another example. Let's say you retire on March 30th. To avoid a gap in coverage, you should enroll in Medicare in March before your employer coverage or employment ends. If you don't, your special enrollment period would run from April through November. If you enroll during one of these months, your coverage will start on the first day of the following month. Now, these are just the basics about Medicare enrollment periods. To learn more about enrolling in Medicare, visit medicare.gov.
Well, Angela did a pretty good job of covering things, I would say, as far as the enrollment periods, actually a little more than what pertains to this particular video. The reason I say that is this video is concentrating on folks that are turning 65 that want to take advantage of all the benefits of Medicare. And they're going to start with the original Medicare, and that's Parts A, Parts B, and also Part D. So what we're going to do is we're going to discuss that. So what we'll do is we'll delve into it right now. Okay, let's break it down. Original Medicare, your primary insurance. This is how it all starts when you get signed up. First part you're going to get is Part A. That's for your hospitalization. So not only does it cover the hospital, but it also covers, as you can see, skilled nursing, home health, and hospice also, along with a few other things. Now, the way Part A works is that when you go into the hospital, you're going to have a deductible of $1,364 that you're going to be responsible for. And one thing I want to point out at this time also is that if you're in the hospital for more than 100 days, after that 100th day, Medicare is no longer going to pay the bill. That's why a lot of folks will get a long-term care policy, but that's another subject for another day. Now, the way this works is it works in conjunction with Part B. Now, Part B is for your doctors, your labs, x-rays, surgery, so on and so forth. Now, money-wise, it works a little differently. It has a premium. The premium this year per month is $135.50 per month. There's a couple different ways you can pay that. You'll discuss this with your agent. Now, it also has a deductible, which is $185. So what that simply means is as the bills come in from this arena, you're going to be responsible for the first $185. And then after that, Medicare is going to pay 80% of whatever is left over, and you're going to be responsible for the other 20. So let's give you an example of a simple hospital stay. Let me bring this up. This is going to be like, we'll pretend it's a hospital bill. So here you are. The bill's $4,000. Now you're going to be, as we mentioned, responsible for that $1,364 deductible. You'll be paying that. So there's a balance now of $2,636. Now 80% of that's going to be paid by Medicare. However, 20% obviously is going to be left over, and that amount is $537.20. So when you total your deductible along with your 20% that you have to pay, out of that $4,000 bill, you'll be paying $1,901.20. Okay, so let's go back over here now. We'll take another look at this situation. Go from there. Okay, so Mr. Smith says, hey, I don't want to have to pay that 20%. Well, I don't blame you, Mr. Smith, so why don't you do this? Get yourself a Medicare supplement, commonly referred to as a Medigap policy. That's secondary insurance. Now, here's the way that works. The supplements are designed to pay the 20% that Medicare doesn't. Okay? These are sold by private insurance companies. They are not part of Medicare. However, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services has a platform that they need to qualify those programs to in order to be able to sell them to you as a Medicare supplement. So, and they are divided into plans. So here I have an example of MoneyWise, a Plan F, Plan G, and I use that because those are the two most popular plans. Now, the way it works is these plans are identical except for one thing. Over here, Plan F, you don't pay any deductible. Over here in Plan G, you do pay the deductible. Now that's at $185 up here. Okay. So the way this works is that right away Plan F starts paying that 20%, and over here you are responsible for the first $185, and then Plan G kicks in and then starts paying the 20% after that. Other than that, the plans are identical. There's no co-pays in either plan, and there's no co-insurance in either plan. So that's why they're the most popular. However, Plan F, after 2020, is going to be faded out. So the only people that will be able to be in it are those that are already enrolled. There will be no more new enrollment. Okay, so therefore, Plan G will most likely be the most popular plan in the supplement program. Now that you have that, now you're going to come down here and you got to get your Part D, your prescription drug plan. This is what's going to take care of all your medications. Now, these are, again, this Part D is a part of Medicare. However, these Medicare prescription drug plans are sold by individual insurance companies that have been approved, again, by CMS. Now, they vary, and the premiums vary. A lot has to do with deductible, and a lot has to do with the formulas. And by the formulas, I mean the variants of the drugs that are available in the program. So you've got everything from zero deductibles to, say, even $400 deductibles. So that's going to determine that. But that's how that's taken care of, so you'll have that premium there too. Now, I want to point something out. It's this right here. This comes up all the time. Do I get dental care? Does Medicare pay for that? How about vision coverage, glasses? Does Medicare pay for that? The answer is no, they do not. That's your responsibility. There's a lot of plans out there, plans for seniors. Monthly premiums are very common in the mid-30s, $34 to $36 a month. They have a lot of things in common. One of them is that the basics, like a couple cleanings a year and an x-ray, pretty much so are covered 100% with no waiting period. Now, when you get involved in the more comprehensive care, such as fillings and crowns and root canals and dentures, things of that nature, uh, then those are different tiers. And the second tier goes to a 6-month waiting period, and the third tier goes to a 12-month waiting period. So you actually could be in the plan for a whole year before you'd be able to get all of the full benefits from that plan. Now, as far as vision goes, there are a lot of programs out there for vision. You can get plans, you can get discount plans, you can get policies. You just really got to go out and shop around the market, talk to your agent. I'm sure that they'll have something that they'll be able to show you that you'll be able to do. So to kind of go over this real quick again, it's original Medicare. I've got my Part A, I've got my Part B. I don't want to pay the 20% that Medicare doesn't, so I'm going to get my supplement to get that 20% paid for. By the way, I need to take care of my prescription, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get that Part D. So what that does is that pretty well gives you a full explanation on original Medicare and how it works. Well, I know a lot of you are sitting out there going, oh man, Part A, Part B, Part D, supplement, should I, shouldn't I? Whew, how am I going to deal with all this? Why didn't they just take and put all this into one program and keep it simple for everyone? Well, you know what? They did, and they call it Part C. So let's take a look at this Part C, Medicare Advantage Plan. Combines Parts A, B, and D all into one plan, Part C. It can be used one of two ways. You can use it as an HMO, or you can choose to enroll in a PPO. That's up to you. The HMO comes with a zero premium. The PPO does not. It has premiums. There are a couple with zero premium, but quite frankly, most of them do have a premium, and it does vary according to what the policy offers. With the HMO, you must choose a primary care physician. With the PPO, you do not have to. They both have networks. In the HMO, you have to be in the network. You cannot go outside the network. And your primary care physician is going to be your guide to specialized care and procedures. So in other words, you need to see a specialist, a cardiologist. You're going to get a referral from your primary care physician for a cardiologist. You need an x-ray. You get a referral for the x-rays. Referrals from your primary care are needed for just about everything. You must be in the network. If you go outside the network, you have no coverage. Whereas in the PPO, you can see any doctor you want. And if that doctor is not in the network, it's okay, but you're going to be responsible for additional charges. And there will be additional charges in just about all cases. So it's best to stay in the network. It's best to have a primary care physician in the network. That's entirely up to you. But you don't need a referral when you want to go and see a different doctor. It's entirely up to you. Now, some of these plans offer limited dental benefits. And there are some advances that are being made in that arena right now. It's best for you to talk with your agent about that when you decide what you want to go with to see what you have to offer. But you can choose between the HMO and the PPO. If you don't like what they have to offer in the dental or you want more, then again, you have an opportunity where if you choose to, you can get a freestanding dental plan outside of your Medicare policy. And again, those premiums run generally in the mid-30s, $34 to $36 a month. And again, there's a lot of vision plans that are out there and discounts that are available to you, stuff for as little as $10 a month. But anyhow, that'll give you a breakdown on what's happening with the Part C. Well, we've successfully gone from A to D. So you got a real good picture. You see how the supplements work. You see how original Medicare works. And you see how the Advantage programs work, Part C. So once you decide which one you want to go with, and it's simply you want to be on the side of original with the supplement. The supplement is a secondary insurance if you should choose to use it, or be on the other side with the Part C, combining everything. Entirely up to you. It all works, and there's no one size fits all. Again, you need to take a look at it, close for your lifestyle, and then make your decision. And once you do that, then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to have to enroll and make sure that you have your Part A and your Part B in order to use those plans. Now, as far as that enrolling goes, it's actually very easy to do. Just go to any browser, bring that up, get up there, just type in RAV Insurance. Bring you right over, go to Consumer Resources, Medicare Resources. It'll bring you right over to what you have to do for your enrollment. It shows you everything you have to do. You have a choice of 3 ways that you can enroll. 1, you can go in person to the Social Security office. They'll be more than happy to help you. In the Las Vegas area, I highly recommend you go to the one in Henderson. By far the easiest one to work with. And then you can call in. There's an 800 number right here. Just give them a call. Okay, and they'll do everything over the phone. Or if you choose to, just do it online. It's very simple, easy to do. I got a link right here. Just click here. Apply for benefits. Just come down. You read this stuff because you have to understand, accept it. Then you just move on. And then it's going to go through all the things that you do to enroll. But it's going to give you a list of things that you need to have for while you're enrolling. Now, you know, it's got Medicare only and then retirement and spouses. If you're just doing Medicare, there's only a few things that you need. So it's very straightforward, not complicated at all. So once you got that, then you can come over here and just click on Start an Application. It's going to ask who's completing it. You are. So it says, do you have a My Social Security account? You have to have an account in order to enroll online. This will set it up for you automatically. Some of you may have already set up your Social Security account, but that's how it's done. And that's the process. And it's very straightforward. So you just click on No. This is, do you have an address in the United States? Yes. And then it's just going to keep going through a series of items. And then here's, you're going to create your username and your password. And you just, it's going to walk you right through. It's really quite simple, not anything to it. Well, we got you through it. Now you've got a good understanding of everything that you need to do. So when you're ready, go ahead and get her done. Now, if there's anything that I can do to help you, I certainly will. Just contact me. I never charge for a consultation, and I do represent all the major insurance companies. So the last thing that I want to say to you is happy birthday. You can contact me via my website, ravinsurance.com, or feel free to call me at 702-327-8220.